Hi, my name's Dave Sheely from the New Zealand Pointer and Setter Club. I've got a short video I'm going to show of one of our game trials that I took at Easter this year. Our trials are based on the British system, so there's two dogs running at one time, so they're braced. The birds we're hunting a pheasant, and that's usually the case for our game trials. We carry a shotgun, but we only fire blanks. We don't shoot the birds. The dogs eligible for our game trials, our pointer setter game trials, are all the pointing breeds, so the continental as well as the British breeds. So you will see German wire-hair pointers, German short-hair pointers, Visslers, as well as the English, Irish Gordon setters and the English pointers, of course. This trial, there's only 6 dogs entered. 4 of them are Irish setters. There's 1 English setter and 1 German wire-hair pointer. There's 2 judges, 2 handlers and 2 dogs operating at once. The dogs often will have bells on them, and you'll see why with the bush that we have to run our dogs in. That's at the judge's discretion. They don't always have bells. So anyway, let's go and have a look and see what happens. Okay, here we are. The draw's been made. Everybody's getting ready. Judges: Linda Beck, Rob Meredith. Rob with the guns over his shoulders. Beautiful place this, down in the Bay of Plenty. First brace: Robin Gaskin with Tanner. Helen Sanson with Maya, German wire-hair. Tanner already a field champion, probably the one to beat in this field. And Robin, of course, a very good handler. They're off. Good little bitch, this little wire-hair Maya. Tanner working around the edges. Already on point. First brace. No, it doesn't look like it was turning into anything. So they carry on. A lot of rabbits around here, so there's going to be quite a bit of rabbit scent. Brian Hurley with his English setter Inti having a little moment. Tony Connor's just been out having a look around. He's going to advise the judges on where he thinks they should. Righto, next brace. Brian with Inti against Robin Gaskin's little bitch Tonto, who is a daughter of Tanner. So a father-daughter affair. Brian working the edges with Inti. Linda watching the proceedings. Working at a nice pace here. Rob and Linda talking about what they've seen so far. Rebrace. Sometimes the braces have to be restarted. Dogs are brought back together if they become separated, or hopefully one of them points game somewhere. Quite a bit of stinging nettle in amongst this, amongst the ferns on this place. It didn't seem to bother the dogs too much.
Very busy little dog. And if you have a look, you'll see Brian and Linda way ahead here. Robin playing catch up with Tonto. Tonto's on point behind this tree. Now Brian and Inti are going to be in a wee bit of trouble if there's a bird produced from this, because they've actually walked right past here. Robin said, oh, there is a bird. Shots fired. Tonto stops. A little bit of a chase, not too bad. Robin with a typical fairly aggressive flush on her birds. Now that was a nice little bit of work. Now we're into the third round, I think it is at this stage. We've got Dale Russell with another Irish setter. There's only 3 dogs left. The Dale's little Irish setter Roshi is a sister to Tonto, so therefore a daughter of Tanner against her father here, Tanner. So it's an all Irish setter final. Here's Tanner. Oh, he's on point again. Bang. Look at that. Looking around, he looks around to see where Robin is. Robin's getting up the hill there to get around behind the dog. The whistling is Dale calling Roshi to a stop. You can hardly see him in the vines. Linda gets up there to have a look as well. Let's move in a little bit closer and have a look. Look at him, hard on point. Oh. Robin sends him in. I didn't see it, but apparently there was a rabbit, but the dog's steady. Restart. Tanner versus Roshi, father versus daughter. Tonto's the one. The other daughter is the one with the only pointed bird so far. Had a shot fired over her. Here we have Tanner in blue with the blue collar. Roshi with the orange collar. Bit of local scenery in the middle of the blackberry bush there. This was a very competitive brace. Handlers crossing over, dogs crossing over. Robin sends Tanner out to the left. Both dogs go down, they separate. Linda keeping an eye on things. Now there's a dog on point. Can you see it? Not when there's a barberry bush in the way. Ah, there he is. Tanner. He's looking around to see where Robin is. Now he knows there's a bird in front of him. Robin's got a wee walk to get around through all this bush to get to the dog to come in from behind him. The dog's moved on a little bit, trying to keep in touch with the bird. He's creeping up through these rushes, through the ferns, through the vines. Now you know why we use bells on our dogs in these trials. Robin working her way through the jungle. Bellbirds above us, watching, singing. Dog trying to keep in touch with the bird. Handler trying to keep in touch with the dog, but in the end it became too hard. Rob Meredith said he saw the pheasant at one stage in front of the dog, but the pheasant just stayed on the ground. It wasn't going to fly. let's move on. Find another bird. Both dogs working their hearts out here. Lovely brace to watch. Dale thought she had Roshi on point, but when you look up a little bit closer, she's got her head down one of those rabbit burrows. Dale has to get her out of there. Move on. Two good handlers, two good dogs. Tonto's still the only one with a productive point and a shot fired over her. What can her father and sister do? Robin's claimed a point. Tanner looks around as he does. Robin just coaxes him in. He stops, confirms the bird. Yes, shots fired. Tanner's dead still. Just see his head next to that tree. Nice. Now for the retrieve. Every place dog must perform a retrieve. We use a dead pheasant for this. Tanner. What a showman. Look at that, prancing back. He has to deliver this bird to hand. It has to be, Robin must take it out of the dog's mouth. Beautiful. Textbook stuff. Next up, his daughter, Tonto. Very enthusiastic little dog. It's quite a big pheasant. And Tonto struggles a wee bit to pick the bird up. She has to get it back to Robin. Oh, can't quite do it. Oh, not quite. Keeps falling out of her mouth. Look at this. Beautiful. Okay, judges are happy.
Yeah, I was watching Tanner, but I was very pleased with him. He, as I was saying,
Critiquing what they saw.
What do you want to do?
First place to Sheila and Tanner? No, Game Master.
First place goes to Tanner. Game Master Tanner. Second place, his daughter Tonto.
Well, I'd just like to say first of all a really big thanks to Rob and Linda, and isn't it been, I mean, you know, they actually had to make a decision between two dogs. I think they got it wrong actually.
A very happy Robin Gaskin.
But hey, I'm not going to complain.
Look at that.